Welcome to this week's Toolbox Talk from ProTech. This talk explains what you should know, basic first aid, and when it is required. Every site or office should have procedures in place for first aid. If you know basic first aid, you could save a life. What is first aid? First aid is the assistance given to any person suffering a sudden illness or injury, with care provided to preserve life, prevent the condition from worsening, and/or promote recovery. It includes initial intervention in a serious condition prior to professional medical help being available, such as performing CPR while awaiting an ambulance, as well as the complete treatment of minor conditions, such as applying a plaster to a cut. First aid is generally performed by people trained in providing basic levels of first aid. Before first aid is required, first, ensure you know where the first aid kit is kept. Second, know who the first aiders and appointed persons are. Third, have a small first aid kit if you are working in a small group, away from the main site, or if you use potentially dangerous tools or machinery. Fourth, familiarize yourself with the procedure for calling the emergency services. Discovering a casualty. Call or send someone for medical help and ensure your own safety as you approach the casualty. Remove the hazards from the casualty, only if it is safe to do so. Don't move the casualty unless they are in immediate danger. Remain with the casualty and give reassurance. Don't give drinks or food to the casualty. Only moisten lips and don't allow them to smoke. Employer's responsibilities. 1. Ensure that first aid cover includes, for example, shift work and holiday cover. 2. Appoint somebody to check and restock first aid boxes. 3. Ensure first aid equipment provided is appropriate for the nature of the work environment and the number of workers. 4. Ensure first aiders are easy to identify, usually by a sticker on their safety helmet or wording on their high-vis clothing. What you are expected to do. 1. You must report all accidents and near misses. 2. If you are unfortunate to have an accident, you must report it immediately to the appointed person and you must let them see the injury. Your injury will be treated. 3. Assist the appointed person in completing the accident report. You will also be asked to complete a personal statement regarding the accident. When working on a principal contractor's site, you must also inform them and complete their accident report. 4. Cooperate in any investigation following an accident. What is the difference? Appointed person. An appointed person is someone who is nominated to take charge of first aid arrangements, such as looking after the first aid kit and calling an ambulance in an emergency. Emergency first aider. Emergency first aid at work, EFAW, training enables a first aider to give emergency first aid to someone who is injured or becomes ill whilst at work. The role of an emergency first aider is to provide immediate, life-saving medical care before the arrival of further medical help. First aider. First aid at work training includes the EFAW syllabus and also equips the first aider to apply first aid to a range of specific injuries and illness.